And that comes from this European pathology, European American pathology of white supremacy and racism, institutional racism and discrimination, bigotry.
Brock told us that don't exist no more.
Please, Brock better wake up. I bet he's learning now. If he hasn't learned anything, I know he's learned some over the past year.
I say that because I was raised there. You were born in the 60s, right?
Right.
1960.
Yeah.
So 60s.
Early 60s.
Yeah, 60s. We born in AJ over here 60s. Well, there's some young people here. They were born 80 something.
Yes.
Or like my children, 90 something. They say, what the hell are these old dudes talking about? Because their America's different. Because especially some of the younger people, they would call them millennials. They're raised in a post-civil rights generation. They were raised in a so-called race-neutral world. So they don't see race as we do. So how are you going to present Pan-Africanism to younger people that don't understand race and class at all?
Well, the thing about the reason why I think it's going to be easier with the access to it's going to be a little bit easier to a certain extent because of the access to some of the technology, the access to information super high with the internet, how they can Google stuff and get information. But I think that what we have to do, we're going to have to set up study groups. We're going to set up history clubs and teach our people about their history and culture, like the groups that Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. Ben and others were a part of back during the 40s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. They had study groups, the Edward Blyden Society, etc. All these different kinds of groups in New York and California and Chicago and other places where they learn about their history and culture. And I think once we start to tell them to read and also give them books, at times if they're not interested, sometimes I will pick up books, extra copies, and give them to some young people so they can learn about the history and culture. And I think that they'll be more willing now because they have, and it's a little bit easier, but I know that many of them are not doing, but I think we can teach them this. This is acquired, this is learned. They're going to have to learn how to do the research and study. I think I see a bright future for our people.
The younger generation will ask Randy Evans, they say, what is the benefit of being a Pan-Africanist?
Well, the benefit of being a Pan-Africanist is that, one, you feel more, I don't know, it has a calming effect over you. You feel more, and you're more in touch with yourself. You don't have to prove anything to other people who are non-African, you have studied your history and culture, and you know the great contributions of African brothers and sisters. You've read the works of different scholars and stuff like that over the years, from the Molefe Asante to Dr. John Henry Clark to the Dr. Ben, Yosef Ben Yakinen, to the Dr. Asa Hayes, to the Dr. Jacob Carruthers, to the works of Dr. Anderson Thompson. All these well-known great researchers and historians, Dr. Chancellor Williams, or read the ISIS papers by Dr. Francis Wilson. Once you've studied this, then you understand, you develop an understanding, a deeper understanding of the reason why Europeans and European Americans do what they do. And that's the reason why the works of these brothers and sisters, including the works of the sister who wrote Urugu, Dr. Marimba Ani, who wrote Let the Circle Be Unbroken also. When you study the works of these brothers and sisters, you'll see that the Europeans have been doing this for years and years and years. This is nothing new. And that's the reason why we have to engage these people, we have to challenge them. We also have to engage the people who have come, who have become they're like the intellectual mercenaries, the intellectual assassins of the white community, Their job is to come in and to neutralize us, to attack anybody who talks about black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, to make it appear like they're crackpots or they're loonies, that they're conspiracy theorists, And when like people like Dr. Jeremiah Wright, who's a well-known scholar, linguist, the list goes on and on.
He's an intellectual.
He's an intellectual. The man knows his stuff.
Right.
When he raised questions about, what HIV, talk about did the U.S. government create HIV to wipe out black folks? Well, all you have to do is read the book, James Jones' book. Bad Blood, talks about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Read the works of, read this book, A Survey of Chemical and Biological Warfare. A Survey of Chemical and Biological Warfare by Cooksey and Nottingham, which came out in the late 60s, 67, 69, which mentions in the book, and you look at it closely, where it talks about how they're doing research, they're developing a virus that attack the immune system of man. And what about the work that they did at Fort Detrick, Maryland, over 30-some years ago? I saw the Department of Defense papers where they were working on a virus that attacked the immune system, man, where they used monkeys, rhesus monkeys, Okay, in their research.
There was a European guy called Stryker. I forgot his first name, with the Stryker report.
Yeah,
and you know,
Ted Stryker, Theodore Stryker, and then Robert Stryker, Dr. Robert Stryker. That was his name.
Have you ever found him? Because he's disappeared.
I don't know what happened to Dr. Robert Stryker, but I remember he wrote the Stryker Memorandum. And I remember they killed his brother, Ted Stryker, who was an attorney. They claimed he committed suicide.
This is a white guy was talking about. He broke down the AIDS thing. I saw a video years ago. Like 20 years, maybe 15 years ago. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, the information is there.
It's there.
You know, and
so Reverend Wright is not the old crazy uncle.
No, he's not crazy. And then you also read the works of Jim Miles, who also died a number of years ago, 8 years ago. He did a lot of research. Jim Miles, he did research on AIDS, on what they call the HTLV3 retrovirus. That's what it's called, the HTLV3 retrovirus. Okay, Dr. Robert Gallo knows about this. Okay, because it was him and other people who was a part of the research and stuff like that, and it was a number of these people who some of them were Israelis, Israeli Jews, and all well researchers, one of biochemists and biologists, microbiologists, who were a part of this research to develop this HIV or AIDS or HTLV3 retrovirus. There were some brothers and sisters who were part of the Black Hebrew Israelites, who a number of years ago was instructed by Representative Doug Huff. Remember State Representative Doug Huff? State Representative Doug Huff gave this group some money to do some research on who may have created the HTLV3 retrovirus. Wow. And funny, not too long after that, the State Representative Doug Huff did. For what? An overdose. Yeah, right. Anyway, give me a break. Conspiracy theorists? Okay, you know, I believe in, you can call me I'm a coincidental theorist, not a conspiracy. It's just a coincidence that certain things start happening, okay? When certain people start to reveal certain information, somehow they end up dead, or end up locked up, or end up being put away, or neutralized.
Randy, this is a question I love to ask. You know, the African-American man, the black man only represents a small percentage of the U.S. population.
Right.
Why is this man, the African-American man, the black man, is so vilified, so beat down, why is the powers be after this guy? What is it about this man that's so threatening to the power structure?
Well, I think that, maybe it has something to do with what Dr. Frances Wilson talks about white genetic survival, where she talks about in the Crest theory of color confrontation, white supremacy, which got her fired, okay? She developed this back in the early 70s, okay? And then they try to make it appear like this is a black theory, and that she's crazy, she's a lunatic. But she was right about how whites fear a white genetic annihilation, and they are concerned about African people, specifically black folks, the blackest black you can get, okay? When black folks mix with Europeans or white Americans, that the person, the baby, the offspring comes out non-white, non-European.
Barack Obama.
Barack Obama
is a perfect example.
White. And but see, and the thing about it is that whites, their thing is they want to neutralize African people because they know we're the progenitors, we're the first people on the planet. They know our history. They have taken our history and put them in the Oriental Institute Museum, all these different museums. See, these people number international grave robbers. They go there, number international grave robbers, robber barons. Okay, they go to your grave. Dig out your mom, dig out your great-great-great-grandmother's your coffin, dig up her coffin, take her jewelry, okay, take the rings, take out her gold teeth, okay, include your great-great-grandfather's teeth, and then they go and take the stuff and put them in museums, okay, and put their stamp on it, okay. Dang. These people are number international grave robbers. That's why you have the Metropolitan Art Museum, the museums, the Science Museum, all these different science museums and research museums, all these white paleontologists, archaeologists, nothing but they're number parasites. They're culture vultures. What they do, they take everything from African people and they put their stamp on it because they can't create stuff themselves because they're lazy. Okay, y'all talk about the white Protestant ethic and all this other garbage. They're full of garbage. If you had a Protestant ethic, you would have went to Africa and brought us over here to do the work. Okay.